Hi guys, I'm just going to show you three upper body stretches, primarily for the shoulders and upper back, that I use in conjunction with the lower body routine that I recorded earlier. So once again, I'm praying to the server gods that this video does in fact record, but I'm going to take a leap of faith and just show you. So you'll see that the first one is the upper trap back stretch, the second one is a rotator cuff stretch, and the third one is sort of behind the neck and rhomboid stretch. But once again, I'll list these in the description. So this is the first one, and for all of these, I'm using these bands that are really easily accessible at Target or on Amazon, and I have it wrapped around this heavy thing that I use it simply because it has a handle, so I can put this thing around, and I have a handkerchief preventing me from cutting into the band. But you can do this in many different ways, and there's also lots of different forms of resistance, like different strengths of bands that you can use, but this is what I'm using. And so the first one is primarily for like the neck and my upper back, and all I'm doing is going up so that my whole body is completely straight, and it's like this. And you're just going to hold it, because whenever you're holding it, that's when it's going to strengthen the neck. And you're just going to let your arms get a little bit wider with each one, and you're sort of holding it. And you're really just stretching out that upper back and that neck and strengthening it, and it'll make you feel a lot more three-dimensional, a lot more physically ready. So for each of these, I'm doing 3 sets, and this is the first one. Once again, I did this workout earlier, and I found out I wasn't recording, so this is just like another leap of faith, and not doing it as intensely as I did before. Just going wider and wider. And the wider you go, the more into the middle of the back the resistance goes. So you're definitely hitting all the parts of your back and your neck just by doing that with the band. And bands offer a unique kind of tension that you don't really get with weights. Bands are a certain kind of tension that I think is really appealing for really just warming up, like especially. But the second movement is for the rotator cuff, and with this one, you really want to imagine that you're holding a towel under your elbow so that you keep that elbow tucked in. And this strengthens all the little muscles that are inside of the shoulder that are really easy to tear, so they're key to strengthening. And you're just going to take a certain amount of this slack, and you're going to go like that, so that it's sort of like you're opening up that inside of your shoulder. And once again, you're keeping your elbow tucked in to the torso, and you're doing like 5 to 10 for each side. And I would do this probably 3 times each. So 3 sets of 5 to 10. Pretty easy peasy. But in the long run, these do. They're like a lifesaver. One more time, baby. Or 2 more times. I just love doing these. And they're not really a workout, they're really a preliminary to a workout. Like if you do an upper body exercise or any kind of cardio, these are really good for keeping you solid. Yeah. And by the end of these, like the end of the 3rd set, you really want to be able to not be able to do too many more. You want to really try to exhaust that little muscle, but you don't want to make it harder than you have to, so that you run the risk of causing an injury, which is precisely what we're not wanting to do. And so this third one is really kind of a combination of two. But what you're really doing is wrapping this around and holding it and just really opening up so that your back is opening up. And you're sort of letting this go above your belly button a little bit, but you want to be opening up your back. And just like the first exercise, you might be moving upwards. You're sort of opening up your hands. And you can also wrap this around to make it more difficult. But once again, what you're doing is opening up that rear posterior chain, as I call it. But the second part of this movement is to use this, like some people use a big stick to stretch out the back of their shoulders. And this is just really comforting if you can do this correctly. And ideally, you won't be touching your back, you'll just be touching your butt, the bottom of the movement. This is like really good for making, I feel like it opens up the lungs, it opens up the chest. But like I said, you'll start out by doing this. This is how I do it. And then do a few of these. And like I keep saying, these aren't exercises. They're really just active stretching routines. And by active, I mean we're not holding a stretch. We're actually using it in such a way that we're not going to cause injuries. I love recording these videos. Now that I know that they might actually be recording, I'm really excited to see what else I can do. So, and this is really just auxiliary information for what else I hope to convey, which is that when you have a body that can breathe and move, the mind itself, it's like it loosens up a little, or at least it feels a little bit free. So this is the Corpo Real Upper Body Stretches, Arte Fitness. That's what's up.